Hi guys, 13Click Gamer, and I felt like this was necessary for this specific video because it's going to be going through all of the champions in the Sigil Champions from the Fargos mod. And I decided I'm going to put them all into a tier list because why not? Because I had very varying preferences and likes and dislikes about the bosses, and I'm going to put them all here, and we're going to start with the order of which I decided to fight and kill them. Okay, I'm guessing this one's for Hollow. Fucking fireball, I guess, dude. Jesus.
Another victory.
Got it. Alright, personally speaking, I found the Champion of Life pretty fun. It was a nice basis to not start with on the tier list, and definitely not in game, but it was pretty fun, and it wasn't overly complicated. I just made the attacks look harder to dodge than they actually were, because I'm dumb. But it's a really fun fight, fairly even. I'm not going to talk too much about the rewards, because I'll be honest, I never really bothered to use them. Probably a mistake in the long span of things. But it was a very nice and enjoyable fight, and it didn't really overstay its welcome, so I'm going to put that in a nice A tier. Champion of Earth. Ooh, I like this guy. First off, his design. Really cool. Really nice. I love the molten skull. Second off, his attacks. Basic. However, depending on the mode you're playing in, if you get hit, he inflicts you with like a debuff that massively decreases your movement, making it pretty hard to dodge some of his attacks, which I really like. And speaking of his attacks, they're very simple, okay? They're simple, understandable, and if you didn't do what I did when I first fought it, which was running, treating it like sickness, which you shouldn't, it's a really nice, enjoyable fight, and I would put it at A tier. However, since its attacks might be too basic and easy for some people to avoid, I'll have to dock some points for that. So I'll put it as like a nice middle B tier. Like, this is the middle ground for what is, I would say, is a good fight. much easier to go down. Got it! Oh, Aerodon is such a good one. I love his design, very nice. The top hat is a nice little touch. His attacks being galactic-based are extremely awesome. Difficult to, really difficult to master and extremely complex, even though I made it look easy just now. This is like my 5th try. It's really fun to learn and dodge his attacks, and it's a nice and simple loop, so after you figure out all the attacks in his loop, then it's really no problem. I like this fight a lot, and I don't see too many flaws with it. It is the hardest one, which is reasonable. Like, do you see how difficult that is? So I'm putting that in S tier. I don't care what anyone says. That is an easy S tier. Alright, cool. Thought you were the right one for this area. Damn, you like bouncing around, don't ya? Oh god, Frostburn. Something is taking a bajillion damage a second. Getting attacked by a tree is crazy. Okay, that's terrifying. Okay, that was scary. I can't even lie, that was scary. Champion of Timber. Now that was peak entertainment. Champion of Timber, its design is basically just a copy and paste reskin of the Trojan Squirrel. But I think the wood is made of pearl at this time. I don't know if it's just me, but it looked a bit brighter. I loved all of its attacks. They were all really cool. And also really simple. My favorite one has got to be the one with the rain. Because, one, when I first fought it, I wasn't paying attention to it. So I thought I had to dodge every single speck of rain and was going to scream over that. However, it's really obvious when you actually look at the head and what it does. Because it spawns lasers all over the place, except for under its head. You are supposed to hide under its head when it does the rain attack, which is really cool because it shows that, hey, by the way, this is how you dodge this, and it also makes sense, because why the heck would this floating object not just block all of the rain, not act as an umbrella? And due to all this, I'll put it in like high A tier, just short of S tier, because I think its design was a bit lackluster. Actually, scratch the design being lackluster, no, it's the best thing ever, because it's really funny, because a Trojan horse is a wooden horse with a bunch of people inside it. It's a Trojan squirrel, it's made of wood. How did I not see this? What? Fucking Earth guy to kill me. That's all there is to it. Please rush. Just rush the guy. Kill it, please.
Foregone conclusion.
Fucking hell, I hate this boss. I still keep that sentiment, by the way. I do not like this boss in the slightest. First off, it's a worm. I don't know why, but the design is cool. The design is cool. I have nothing against the design. What I have against it is that fight is pretty bullshit, I'll be honest with you. Because it hitches around the main factor, that thinking that you will have the Rod of Discord. But, you know, that thing is a pain to get. Well, yes, I did have the Rod of Discord, but I don't think my arena was big enough. 2, it is a cat and mouse kind of fight. You're constantly chasing after this thing to try and kill it, which is pain. I don't like that. 3, remember how I said this fight revolves around Rod of Discord? Well, there's a specific attack which has it circle around like an Ouroboros and like some sort of light ball appears or something. I don't know. I sped around the boss fight so I didn't have to spawn that. Because the moment you're outside it when it's spinning, you just can't fucking move. Which is bullshit. And the game doesn't explain this to you. You're just expected to figure this out. However, because of its design, I'm gonna put it in really, really low C tier, but I'm not gonna put it in F tier. I have that reserved for something else. Later. Let's just try to rush from the start. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff going on right off the bat. Which one's shooting bullets? Are they both doing it? Okay, Nature Champion's a weird fight. I don't know how I like that one. Here's your answer. I don't like this boss. I see what they were trying to do with Nature, but the thing is, I just don't like it, man. I really feel like its execution was kind of meh. Because the way it works, 7 different heads, all of which having a different attack, right? But the thing is, they were completely random, which, okay, cool. Which also goes against, like, every other boss in this list, because they're all structured in some sort of sense. It has a decent design. Hydra is really cool. I feel like they missed out on some of the concepts of Hydra, though, because you destroy one head, pops up, that one head turns into 2. You know what I mean. And also, the health on this thing is absurd. It has the most health out of all of them, and just made the fight feel really long and drawn out, which is why I'm gonna put it in F tier. That was sad. Okay, you let them through, then you go in. Now run. What the fuck? Okay, Shadow Clone Jutsu, I guess. Okay, lasers, and that's which one will shoot. You die. I really like Champion of the Shadow. It's a very basic design. Design-wise, it's very basic. It's based off of evil. It's found in the evil biome at night, which is the exact opposite of light, which I feel like is really cool. And on top of that, his attacks are also really cool, being demonic-based in nature. with a bunch of fireballs, which is definitely the hardest attack, by the way. You see shadow orbs in it, you see scythes. It's really, really cool. Heck, you even see the Dungeon Guardian appear in one of the attacks, which is really, really cool as well. On top of that, I like how he has an opening attack with a bunch of demon scythes. He's the only one to have that. He's the only champion to have that kind of thing, which is really cool. He's also definitely one of the harder ones. It took me a couple tries. And I like his concept. His starting attack is also really cool because he also spawns with a bunch of shadow orbs, like I mentioned earlier, which you need to hit every single one of them once to lower down his shield for you to be able to hit him. And I just like this guy a lot. So I'll put him in, like, A tier. I like this guy. He was nice. He was fun. And shredded. Champion of Spirit. This one's hard to rank. I like his design. It's a sarcophagus, and you find him in the underground desert, which is a nice touch. You don't get to see a lot of his fight, though. I feel like he dies too quickly. I like his feature of grabby hands and how they also have a bit of lifesteal, but I feel like he either needs more HP, more defense. It's like something to just make him survive a little bit longer so you can really see how cool his fight is. Because he has a lot of attacks that you didn't see, and I killed this guy, like, way too fast as well. And there's also, another one of his attacks you didn't see. It was like a bunch of Excaliburs and whatnot, which flowed out in, like, a giant circle. You didn't get to see that because, again, I killed this guy way too fast. He dies too quickly, and his attacks are brutal, I'll be real. They're really brutal. And when you do get grabbed, you take a lot of damage, even though it doesn't look like it. But, like, his fight is too short-lived to really make anything of it. So I'll put him in, like, B tier, like, high B tier. But other than that, I feel like he just dies too quickly. Just make it enrage, like, really fast and insta-kill or something. Don't just have it fucking despawn out of fucking nowhere. Like, I was in the middle of the fight, too. Like, what the fuck? That's bullshit. Okay, what the fuck, slime mount? What, if I'm doing this? Okay, so that's how I can get a bit of an extra upward boost, I guess. Okay, if I use slime mount, I must be falling downwards. Stop. Please. Game. Stop. Stop. Stop having physics for 3 seconds, please. Fuck you! Champion of Will. I know it looks like I hate him, but I really do like him. I just got salty after losing against him for like a straight hour. He's a fun fight, also really difficult. Very, very close second to Eridanus, the cosmic one. Like, he is so hard and so difficult to fight. It's ridiculous. However, I do like his fight. His design is cool. The double robot fish run, though, it appears twice during the mod. I can overlook it, though. I like him a lot. He was a very fun fight and also very enjoyable. Now, the one main thing, which is not going to put him in S tier, but instead a high A tier, is he would despawn if you get too far away, and that kept happening to me, and I was just so mad, which is also what I was screaming about at the start of the fight. And I feel like that definitely could have been changed to something more reasonable instead of just an automatic despawn, which was really, really aggravating, which is why he's gonna go in about high A tier. This is a tier list we're gonna have. I don't really regret having it like this. I am completely fine with a tier list looking like this. I feel like it's an accurate representation of what I thought the wills should have been, and well, how I personally feel about them, not how I think they should have been. I can't change things. But this is my thoughts on all the champions. Really fun. I enjoyed them. And yeah, that's gonna be about it because this is the end of the video now. See you around.